Hey guys, it's your cousin, and welcome to Wonder Wednesday. This right here is basically another Mystery Monday and Tricky Tuesday, a day where I can film whatever I want. Now, as you can see, it's the same game as yesterday. That's right, I was feeling so inspired yesterday with what I built that I decided to continue building today. However, that will not be the case tomorrow, as today I will also be revealing to you my video schedule. So, all of my streams go up the next day after they are filmed at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The video I edit of that stream then goes up 30 minutes later, again the next day. I'll also be telling you the themes of each stream. Sunday is Isaac Sunday. After all, it is the Lord's Day, and what other way to honor him than through the death of a child being sacrificed by his mother? Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are all variety days, just for whatever I feel like streaming that day. I could even stream another one of the series that day, if I felt like it. I might not, though, as I do want to keep a bit of variety. Thursdays will be Haunted Thursday. Now, it does sound like another kind of variety day for horror games, but it is mainly for Phasmophobia. After all, the Easter event starts this week, and, well, me and my cousin, who is the one that owns these games that I play, that we share, have really been wanting to get the level 8, the Prestige 18 badge, and we're nowhere near it. So hopefully streaming it will get us there faster. Next is Abiotic Friday, a day where I'll be playing Abiotic Factor. After all, it is my favorite sandbox survival game. If we do happen to finish it before 1.0 comes out, I will be playing other survival games during that day, and I'll change the title to Survival of the Fridays, like Survival of the Fittest, where I'll then be playing Grounded, another one of my favorite survival games. And then if 1.0 does come out, after we've already started Grounded, we will be switching back to Abiotic Friday until we finish the story, which then will go back to Grounded. And then finally, Saturday will be Survivors of the Saturday, where I'll be starting my E8 climb in Risk of Rain 2. As I've never done it before, and I'm relatively okay at the game, but I wouldn't say I'm good at it, and this will really test my mettle. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Leave a like if you do, dislike it if you don't, and leave a little interaction if you feel so inclined. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As you can see, this is clearly a repeat stream from yesterday, or a repeat game at least. But, you know, it's because I was feeling particularly inspired to keep building. Thought up some fun lore implications for my schematic style, and so I thought it would be fun to continue it, you know? Also, while editing today's video, I have noticed I have made at least a couple of errors in my tier 1, so let us place them down somewhere. I will place... Okay, so I've noticed I am gonna have to rescan this, as I may have made at least 1 or 2 mistakes. I did not notice I never replaced this block. I noticed this in editing. I stared at it. I was like, oh my gosh, I never replaced that block. And you know what? I'm even feeling more inclined to replace it with a stair just because of that. Alright. Let's... Yeah. Yeah. I like that. You know what? I'm feeling even more inspired for these stairs. Oh, forgot about that kind of issue. Yeah, I'm good with that, actually. You know, why not? And of course, as I did notice while I was building Tier 2, I 100% forgot this. So I am going to have to rescan this at some point if I do want it to be finished. So I will leave that there for now, and I will go back to our current work, which is continuing Tier 2. So I had a slight idea of what I want to do for the future. I think a fun lore implication is the question of, why is this place in ruins? Why was it sealed underground? Why was the entrance sealed? And also, how come now that it's open, the mushrooms are growing? Those were, I think, what I think are fun implications for questions about the whole thing. So yesterday we finished this furnace, and I've been thinking, I think I want the furnace to kind of be made of the material that the next tier is going to use for the walls. Which means, yes, next tier I'm going to be using a deep slate for the walls. And I'm probably going to upgrade it to blackstone because I think blackstone looks really good. And it's also a tier 3 schematic, building. So it'll be perfect. Well, that's an important relic. We can't lose that. Okay, hold on. We need to fix that. We can't lose such an important thing. There. Perfect. It's super necessary to do that. It's the most important thing, that stupid joke wiener that we put there. That is the most important part of the build, actually. How'd that happen? Has that been there since Tier 1? Oh god. It is. Wow, that sucks. Okay. I put this in the wrong spot, so I have to get rid of it. Except for the fact that it doesn't get rid of tile entities, which is awesome, by the way. I love that so much, that it doesn't get rid of tile entities. Okay. Let's fix all those mistakes that I fixed earlier. Forgot that. Forgot I need to fix these, because I didn't apparently place that. And also, this is wrong. Okay. Should hopefully be better now. I didn't actually think it would go well, but building gadgets is definitely going to make things easier. Because, honestly, placing all of these walls was a nightmare, and building gadgets would have been nice. Oh, actually, speaking of, that's a thing I can fix. I want... Oh, replace it all with dirt. Oh no. Yeah, that's actually kind of fine, because I'm going to replace all of that dirt with placeholder blocks. Because this is going to be for the actual, scan that I'm going to do eventually. So yeah. If it's dirt, replace it with placeholder. There we go. We don't want dirt, we want placeholder. If there's any dirt, it's gonna be placeholder. Because these are for scans, these are so that people technically could build this in a desert, and it would become sand if they set their placeholder to be sand. Which, I don't know why you'd build a mushroom island themed pack in a desert, but to each their own. You're left to do with what you want with what you have. Okay, I'm just gonna raise this to max, which is 15. Because it's just taking slightly too long. That should be Every single piece of dirt turned into placeholder again. Looks like it. Okay, perfect. Well, okay, yeah. Good. Keep the placeholders for now. Also, the placeholder air is gone, I can see. The scan marker's there. Yeah, and I think it's supposed to be what I think I counted like 19 blocks up. Okay. So, it's been 30 minutes. We are continuing our tier 2 from yesterday. And I've replaced the walls with stone brick. I'm continuing on the arches, but I did distract myself a little, working on the ceilings and floor slightly. I've replaced the ceilings with tough bricks, because tough just looks really good, honestly. And the stone parts are being replaced with polished tough, because again, tough looks pretty good. It's an interesting color. I honestly kind of want to use more tough brick even. Maybe instead of polished tough on the floor, I might use tough brick instead, just because it looks really good. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So, yeah. I will see you again in 30 minutes. That's not true. Hold on. Quick update. Okay, sorry. Totally forgot. Cut all this. You don't need to see me flying over here. Actually, you know what? I won't cut it, just so you can see it. I have placed down the tier 1 over here because last video I did notice there were a few mistakes. Like, as we knew, this arch was missing entirely. And also I noticed today that this arch was turned. It was, oops. It was, oh no, that's not the right stair. It was like that instead of how it should be, which is like that. And also, in editing, I noticed this block was just entirely missing. And I actually forgot to do what I did earlier, which was I turned it into a stair just for funsies, along with this one, again, just for fun. And otherwise, that is the only thing I did here. I did actually then replace all of the dirt, since the floor is covered by, stone bricks, so obviously you're not going to see all of it. I decided to replace all the dirt that's visible with placeholder, just again to ease the burden on builders. Alright, I will see you in like 20 minutes because I was 7 minutes late to the 30 update. Upgrading to tier 2. This will take a while. Oop, as it took a while yesterday to even finish tier 1. So finishing tier 2 will probably take a bit longer. I mean, actually, probably, honestly, and realistically won't take all that long to finish tier 2 since we did tier 1 yesterday. And so we have the groundwork for what we want laid out already. It's technically just catching up the walls to the rest of the build up top, since the build up top is made of stone brick already, since it's supposed to just be old ruins, so it was already built with stone brick. But now this is being stone brickified because you're now living here and upgrading it. It'll beg the question, why didn't they upgrade it when they were living here? But, hey, guess you'll have to find out the lore implications as we go. Because they do have a few lore implications. There's questions and stuff that you have to ask. Like, again, I think I mentioned them earlier. Like, why was this place sealed underground? Why is it ruins now? How come after it's been unsealed, the mushrooms are growing? It's all questions that you'll know the answer to in the future, eventually. You may be asking, how come the title says building a Minecraft schematic badly? Are you intentionally building it badly? And the answer is no. I'm just bad at building in general. So that's why it's badly. Alright, it's been about 30 minutes, so as you can see, the ceiling is finished. Look at that beautiful tuff brick and the polished tuff ring that I just kind of thought looked nice. That's why it's there in the first place. And then the floor, as you can see, has been changed to tuff brick also, and the stairs at the edge have been changed to smooth stone. I think it looks pretty good as the whole. Like, the colors don't clash that much, I think, honestly. But yeah, I think, honestly, this is good for Tier 2, and we're going to be moving on to Tier 3 now, which will actually see a bit of change up here. You know, these mushrooms are going to start growing fully. So, yeah. I'm going to change them probably into default Minecraft mushrooms. You know, like the big mushrooms. So, you know, the brown ones will be like 5 tall. These will be about 4. I'll see how it is when I get there. I haven't actually grown a mushroom in forever. I don't know the max size they can become. I should probably slightly look into that. You know what? Let us do a test before I let you go away so that I can continue. Let's see. We'll put one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 7 tall. And how tall is this one gonna be? Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's actually the same height. Usually, well, I guess the brown ones are more flat mushrooms and not tall. Okay. That's some food for thought, honestly. What's gonna be annoying, honestly, is the fact that this happens when it touches a block, and that's the only way I'd be able to make that pattern happen, and that is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, I'll see you again in 30 minutes. Marker's still there, I imagine. Where's the marker? There's the marker. Hey, you. Yeah, that'll be the second. This is still the anchor. You know, honestly, not yet. I want to rescan this, honestly, first. Actually, no I won't. I'll only have the first drafts scanned. This is Town Hall 2. Alright. Okay, let's... Oh, weird. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, it's working. Cool. Let's get started on Tier 3. Okay. It's been 30 minutes yet again. And I did a couple things. First of all, there was something that I did want to change about the furnace. And that's making it, like, deep slatified. Like, it's starting to. I don't even want that, honestly. So it's starting to get much like the fireplace. It's like the furnace itself is getting cooked. So it's starting to grow some deep slate. I'm going to be doing the same over here, though of course, as the fireplace is upgrading to blackstone, I'm going to be changing this to blackstone anyway, so I haven't changed it yet. Okay, let's see, I added a few of the mushrooms and some terrain damage caused by the growth of said mushrooms. Might even do that a bit. Like just scatter the stuff on top a bit more. Yeah, like it toppled the wall over. Perfect. And yeah, I need to grow this mushroom last, and then we'll be done. Here is the fountain, actually. Forgot about that. Okay. I'll see you again soon-ish, I guess. I'll see you when we get there. Alright. So, it's been 30 minutes. We have updated the fireplace into black stone and nether brick. I've changed all of the lanterns out for shroom lights encased in gilded blackstone. I was going to use soul lanterns, honestly, but apparently soul lanterns light levels suck. Like, really bad. And I was like, I'm not going to deal with that. So I replaced them with shroom lights. There's even different variants. You've got the ones that are in the floor, which are kind of like taking up the full block, and then ones that are like kind of placed down, which have this nice look to them. And then the hanging ones, which have this kind of look to them. I think they look really good. I updated the treasury a bit with some tier 3 resources: diamonds, lapis, amethyst, quartz. I've changed out the globe with light blocks to make it look better than just wool. I think it looks pretty good with the lights, even though it's technically the ocean is purple, but we're not going to judge that. It'll be fixed in tier 4 anyway. I've got a few more plans for what to do in this sort of area, but other than that, yeah, I will see you again in 30. Yeah, that looks really good. With the red nether brick. Okay. What do I have the slab for? I have no idea. I don't need the slab. Okay, so we need tough brick again. Bringing it back. Okay. Okay, I don't actually want to do this because I don't want to change the castle up there, so I do want to shrink it down a bit. To make sure it only touches blocks down here. I am going to have to say goodbye to our old friend because of lore implications. There we go. Lore implications. What could it possibly mean? Why is there an eye? I'm sure it doesn't mean anything. And you shouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't actually mean anything, and you shouldn't worry about it at all. You know what? I kind of really like how this looks. This looks really cool, honestly. Like, I think the deep slate and the tough look really good together, actually. I feel, at least, personally. Alright, it's been 30 minutes, and as you can see, a lot's changed. The floors have changed, the ceiling has changed, the walls have changed. There's this definitely not foreshadowing symbol on the wall. I'm sure it means nothing. We've got a little sun here, adding a bit more light, and a little moon, you know, for our globe. I thought that would be a fun little design choice. I'm currently in the process of changing out these stairs to tough, just because I think it would look a little bit better, honestly. Though, potentially, for the mossy, I might do just the normal polished tough, just to act as like a sort of differentiator. But yeah, other than that, that's what we did in 30 minutes. Alright. I'll see you again in 30. Okay, crazily enough, we finished tier 3. Like, actually, I think this is a finished tier 3. So we can already scan this, even, since it's done. Maybe, you know what, let's do a few more things, just cause. Okay. I think tier 3 is done. Awesome. Let's do our 30-minute catch-up and then scan, and then that'll be it. Alright guys, we have finished tier 3. We have finished these stairs here, even having them change to a rougher tough as they go up. That was already done. Let's see, we've added a few more bookshelves here and added in the enchanting area. Looks nice, it's pretty simple, but that's fine for now. And we've added some nice curtains here that are blocking nothing, I'm sure, along with this nice updated microphone stand in case it wasn't there, which it might have been. We've also changed up the furnace finally, having it start to be tempered by the flames. Even ended up charring a bit of the planks up here. You know what? Total changed decision. Let's say these are even soul torches. It's a little darker, but hey, that's fine. They've been tempered. But yeah, we can now scan this final tier 3, and then we'll be done. That's the build tool. Oops. Okay. Everything's still in scan. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Town Hall 3. Let's place it down before we leave. And we'll also update Town Hall 2, since we know that we did at least a change to it. Alright. And hold on. Let's see. Ooh, why would you do that? Scans, Town Hall, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I wanted to place it down like this, so that it's nice. Okay. And constructed. There we go. Let's take a look. Looks like it pasted good. Let's go downstairs. Yeah, there we go. Town Hall 3. And again, let's rescan Town Hall 2, since I did add the change of the furnace tempering. Right, let's also change... You know what, let's not scan them yet. We'll scan them later. Okay. But yeah, look at that. There's a good change going on. At least up top, there's a small change. It's not huge, but it's enough of a change to make a little bit of a difference, you know? Since the main town hall part is supposed to be this underground area. Your furnace was less tempered over here, and now it's like incredibly tempered. Along with the fact that the wall fell, but the wall fell before it was tempered. If it was tempered, it might not have fallen. Alright. But that should be everything. Alright. You made it through another one of my videos. Again, much like last time, this one's a bit shorter, as really the longest clip is probably the intro of this video. After all, I explained my schedule for the first time ever. I hope you enjoyed the video, really, and again, leave a like if you did, dislike if you don't, and please sauce me an interaction if you feel so inclined. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. See ya.